Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Delta Entertainment Daily. I am your host, Lincoln Kenobi. And before we get started, I would like you guys please hit that like button and please subscribe to my channel. Would appreciate that very, very much. All right, let's get into this. I apologize for being 3 minutes late. Just when I was getting ready to go live, I realized that my computer volume was not working and not responding. So I was like this, oh God. So I had to recalibrate everything, and finally it worked. So I'm sorry for being late and everything, but enough of that. Let's just get this party started. So checking it right now, make sure everything is working fine properly. Yes, we are working fine. We are in Kick, we are in Rumble, and we are on YouTube right now at the moment. So all right, check the chat pages. Chat pages are looking good. All right. So let's get on to our first article topic. So I did say that I was doing about 4 videos last night with 5 articles last night. And I said that I will be online at 7, live at 7 to do the rest of the articles that I found. So here we are. Let's get the rest of the articles. And here we go. Our first topic. Peacemaker Season 2 suffers major ratings drop as nearly 40% of viewers tune out. So, of course, a lot of people did not like what James Gunn was doing in the DCU. You know, a lot of us were excited at first. I was excited because I loved the Guardians of the Galaxy. And, you know, and I liked it, the Season 1 of Peacemaker. And I liked it also, the Suicide Squad movie. It was good. I enjoyed it, you know. But, of course, when it came to Creature Commandos, I was looking and I was like this, why is everything being written and directed by James Gunn, you know? Every project that he is touching, it's by him. It couldn't be no other writer, it couldn't be no other director, but it's just him. But I don't know, man. It's just been weird. So I watched Creature Commandos and I kind of thought it was okay, you know, the show. And then, of course, when I watched it, Superman, and during that moment when Superman was coming out, I was not liking the way the plot was going. When I read articles, I saw the clips of how Superman was being treated. I did not like it. And when I went to watch the movie, the story was terrible. I did not like the story nor the plot. The only thing I liked about it was the character, was the acting and the special effects, and also the good thing was Mr. Terrific, but everything else was just crappy. It was just bad, and I was like, so when Peacemaker Season 2 came out, which I was excited for, it was a massive failure, bro. But of course, I reviewed it all the way. Season 3 was good. I mean, Episode 3 was good. And then Episode 7 was good. But the rest was just out the door with me. So, let's get in this article and review. So, talk about it. All right. James Gunn's Peacemaker Season 2 is facing serious... let me see. Let me just put up the chats right now just before we keep reading here. Uh-oh. Yeah, there we go. So Peacemaker Season 2 is facing serious audience erosion, with multiple analytic sources confirming a steep decline in ratings across the season. What began as a promising follow-up to the acclaimed first season has quickly turned into one of the biggest rating slides for a DC property of strong streaming. According to Samba TV data, the Peacemaker Season 2 premiere initially outperformed the Season 1 finale ratings by roughly 22%, drawing strong curiosity from DC fans fresh off the theatrical release of Superman, who were eager to see how the series would connect to Gunn's wider DC Universe reboot. Yeah, this is how it performed, alright. It is terrible, man. Just terrible. And look, I know that some people in my family, they enjoyed it, you know. But the numbers don't lie, dude. The numbers don't lie. Here's the Nielsen charts that was up between the September 1st and September 7th. Now, I have the actual ratings, so we're going to show you the actual ratings of this. So here we go. Let's find it. All right. Here's the actual ratings. That is between, right now, this is the latest, between September 15th and the 21st. This is the latest. This is not now. This is the latest. As you can see, of course, the Creature Commandos, nor Peacemaker, it's not even out there yet. I try to find up to the latest, but I could not find anything else. But this is the closest that I could get. So as you can see, 3 of the Netflix shows are top 3 in the charts, followed by Prime Video. And you got 2 more Netflix series, Hulu, Prime Video, and then 2 more Netflix series are out there, bro. Tell you, man, it's not looking good, man. It is definitely not looking good for audiences out there, bro. And like I said, dude, I mean before, it's just that people are frustrated. People are just frustrated on how James Gunn is doing the DCU, bro. And let me tell you, there has been reports that any director or writer that is trying to do other projects, because remember, James Gunn promises that every movie or every project will have a different tone of things. Like, okay, let Superman have the political side, but the others, let it be where it is, what it was. Like Peacemaker, I enjoyed season 1 the way it was. But then, of course, season 2, they made it worse. I mean, season 1 may not have been the good show and everything for everybody, but it was enough for me to watch and enjoy. But season 2, it just failed completely. And now there's confirmed that it may be confirmed that Lanterns could be with that nonsense with James Gunn, you know? And then Supergirl, of course, is involved as James Gunn's baby right there. And Man of Tomorrow, he wrote and directed the movie. So, I don't know, man. I don't know. It just doesn't seem right that what he's doing, bro. Now, if you remember, there's reports that James Gunn may be out of the DCU if Paramount purchases that project. Purchases the Warner Brothers. But Comcast is in the position of maybe buying it also. So I don't know if James Gunn will leave if Comcast buys it. I don't know. But we shall see, bro. We shall see how this goes. And I will keep an eye on the bid war of Warner Brothers. I will keep an eye on that. So let's get into the next topic right here. Universal Orlando testing individual express passes reminiscent of Disney's controversial Lightning Lane. So it appears to be looking like that Universal Studios is trying to do a Lightning Lane pass, but I think they're trying to do it for single pass riders. Now, me, frankly, I don't think they should do that. But we'll read the article so you can see for yourselves. I don't think it's a good idea. I believe it may just... I mean, to be honest, I'd rather Universal do Universal. Just stick to your guns. Forget Disney. Disney has flopped. Disney has failed. Disney is going down in history, bro. I would just stick to your guns. So let's take a read of this article and you tell me what you guys think. In what may be an effort to complete directly with Disney's individual Lightning Lane pass offerings, Universal Orlando Resort is currently testing individual express pass options on 2 attractions: Skull Island, Reign of Kong at Universal Islands of Adventure, and Revenge of the Mummy at Universal Studios, Florida. A standee sign spotted at Universal Studios Orlando advertised the new option, including a QR code that guests can scan in the park for more details. The sign reads, "Limited time offering, Universal Express single attraction access. Skip the regular line one time for this attraction. Now, valid theme park admission required only for the same day, single use at the selected attraction. Limited inventory, benefits subject to change or cancellation without notice. Restrictions apply. We called the Universal Orlando to inquire about the offer and spoke with a team member who confirmed this is indeed a limited time test available only for the 2 attractions mentioned above. So right now it looks like they're just testing it on 2 areas, which is fine. They can test it to see how it goes, and if it doesn't do well, then of course they'll go back to the drawing board. You know? Universal team member we spoke with did not have further information, but suggest this is a pilot program, potentially the start of a broader rollout. Disney's Lightning Lane, a quick comparison. For years, Walt Disney offered a free skip the line service known as FastPass Plus, which was discontinued in 2021 and replaced it with the paid Genie system. That service was later reworked, and in July 2024, Disney introduced the revamped Lightning Lane system with 2 pass types, individual Lightning Lane and multi-pass. A few months later, in October, Disney added a premium pass, which provides unlimited Lightning Lane access to all attractions in a given park, essentially mirroring Universal's Express Pass model. So, Disney has been changing the type of the fast lane, but hiring the price at the same time, which is stupid. And of course, if you've seen and you read, their monthly, yearly passes have gone over the roof, especially when you are reconstructing the theme park at the same time. So me, from the other hand, I would not do that. That's why I'm officially done with. I would not go to Disney no matter what, dude. At a much higher price point, Disney's Premier Pass allows guests to skip lines at every attraction without using the app to make time reservations. Universal's Express Pass works similarly. For one set price, guests can use Express Queue at nearly all participating attractions. Until now, Disney had taken the lead with the a la carte individual Lightning Lane option. But Universal's test of single attraction Express Passes marks the first time the company has directly responded in kind. What this could mean for the future. In these new individual Express Pass offerings prove successful, Universal may expand the program resort-wide, potentially even including Volcano Bay and Epic Universe. Look, if they try to do this, that means they can hire the price more. They can hire the price more of this, but I wouldn't recommend it, bro. I would just stick to your guns. Just stick to your guns and don't even do it, man, because what's going to happen is it will go into ruin, bro. And it will eventually. So let's get our third topic going here. All right, here we go. K-pop Demon Hunters creator is already saying no to a live-action remake. So, of course, if you guys remember, K-pop Demon Hunters, it was done by Sony at first, but Sony decided to pull that plug. So the creators, they went movie to Netflix, and because of that, Netflix gave it the go. And K-pop Demon Hunters was #1 for the longest time in Netflix, bro. For the longest time, it became #1 watchable scene. I saw it twice, and it was pretty good. I was very impressed with it, man. Very impressed. And then, of course, they decided to release the movie in theaters, one day in theaters, and it made $18 million. That's a good start. But of course, if Netflix would have just let it go for the weekend, I guarantee you it would have made more than $18 million. It could have probably went to 60 or 80 million even. Sony made the biggest mistake in their lives, bro. Sony just gave it a chance because these are the creators that did Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. So I'm like, what are you guys doing? Why didn't you just release it? But now it looks like the fans, anybody, they would like to see a live action on it. And to me, I don't think that there are certain movies that animation and cartoons can be live action, but there are some that shouldn't, that just stick to being animation. And this is one of them, bro. And I think having this live action, I wouldn't do it. I probably wouldn't do that. So let's take a read and what the creator thought of it. The creators behind K-pop Demon Hunters have publicly rejected the idea of a live-action remake, citing the story's tone, visual flexibility, and pacing as better suited to animation. Co-directors and writers Maggie Kang and Chris Alpahans addressed the matter in a recent interview. In the BBC interview, Maggie Kang affirmed that many elements of K-pop Demon Hunters, particularly its combination of humor, fantasy, and musical sequences, would not translate well into live action. It's really hard to imagine these characters in a live action world. It would feel too grounded, so totally it wouldn't work for me. Yeah, I mean, the way these characters react in their facials and all, I don't think it will work. Really, I don't think so. Chris Abrahams aligned with the perspective, arguing that the animation allows characters to perform exaggerated, physically improbable actions without drawing undue attention. I mean, you gotta think about it. To doing it in live action, you will have to get stunt people for the actual actors to do the stunts. Then you have to get the CGI for all of the demons that are going to be in there. That's another big money right there. So I would not try that. The cited examples, such as characters singing while executing aerial maneuvers or swift back kicks midair, motions he believes would seem awkward or forced into live action setting. The joy of animation is how far you can push and elevate what's possible. I remember they adapted a lot of different anime into live action and oftentimes. It just feels a little stilted. Yeah, like I said, dude, I don't think it will not work. And like I said, dude, this animated movie, it got released in June, and look at this. It concluded a 91-day tracking period with the 325 million views. And the soundtrack similarly performed strongly. The album made Billboard history by placing 4 songs in the top hundreds, top 10, and its lead single spent multiple weeks at number 1. And the theatrical run, of course, which I discussed, it made $18 million. They're in talk now. They are in talks in making a sequel. There is talks that they are going to make a sequel to this, and I think it's good. Just stick with the animation. You're doing very well. Stick with the animation, and people will watch it. I mean, I'll watch it. Shoot. But depending on Netflix, how they've been going, especially with all they're bringing back all that woke identity politics nonsense into the world. They're trying to do what Disney's doing, and they're making a big mistake. You know, they need to fix that. Netflix has got to fix that. They got to get rid of that nonsense and stick to what you should have been doing the whole time. Stick to entertaining people. Stop putting all that nonsense into kids, man. That's all I got to say in that message. All right, so let's get on to our next topic at hand. Jim Carrey to star in a live-action The Jetsons movie from director Colin Trevorrow. Now, The Jetsons has been one of my favorite cartoons when I was little, man. And there has been talks about it for years that Bill Pullman would star as George Jetson. Now, I remember that years ago, bro, but it never came out into fruition. But Jim Carrey, that would be nice for Jim Carrey, bro. Because I mean, look, he has been doing a great job in the Sonic the Hedgehog series, bro, playing Dr. Robotnik, bro. And yes, there is going to be a part 4 for Sonic the Hedgehog, and I'm looking forward to it, bro. I mean, the movie franchise looked pretty good. However, the Knuckles series that they had out there in Paramount, it was 4 episodes, I believe, or 6. It was fine. It was good, but I didn't. It just. It really did not work out a little. It didn't really did not work out with the fans a bit, bro. But I mean, if they do make another spin-off series, we'll see how that performs. But for the meantime, let's take a read at this. Let me just look at the chats page for a minute, see how we're looking. All right. Hey, Amelia. Welcome to the channel. Glad you can make it. Glad you can make it. Let me see how we're looking at the charts wise. All right. Yeah, we had somebody. Uh-huh. Okay. Yep. All right, let's continue on. Let's continue on the articles. So, the live-action feature based on classic Hanna-Barbera animated series The Jetsons is officially moving forward at Warner Brothers, and the movie already has a director and star attached. According to the multiple trade sources, Jurassic World Dominion director Colin Trevorrow is taking talks to helm and pen the script with Joe Epstein. Jim Carrey is in negotiations to play the lead role of George Jetson. Carrey, who plays Dr. Robotnik in the Sonic the Hedgehog series, has previously claimed that he is seriously considering retiring from acting. Well, I'm retiring probably. I'm being fairly serious. Yeah. It depends if the Angels bring some sort of script that's written in gold ink that says it's really going to be important for people to see. I might continue down the road, but I'm taking a break. I really like my quiet life, and I really love putting paint on canvas. I really love my spiritual life, and I feel like, and this is something that you might never hear another celebrity say as long as time exists. I am enough. I'm done enough. I am enough. All right, you guys give me 1 minute. I'll be right back. I gotta go to the restroom, so give me 1 second. All right, let me just get myself over here. I'll be right back. All right. Sorry about that, guys. I apologize. But as you say, when you gotta go, you gotta go. All right. Let me get back down here where I was at. I think that. All right. Let me just leave it here. All right. Let's get back to the article that we have here. All right. So yeah, I mean, Jim Carrey is really. I'm going to say this. Jim Carrey is close to retiring. He is very close. But I mean, he got promised to do Sonic the Hedgehog 4, and he did say that after Sonic 4 he's gone. But the Jetsons, I mean, shoot, it's becoming a big opportunity for him. So let's see. He said also this: you can be definite about these things. He later told comicbook.com, I said it's like to retire, but I think I was talking more about power wrestling. Because as soon as a good idea comes your way, or a group of people really enjoy working with, things tend to change. Yeah, it did change a lot. So, the original animated sitcom focused on George and Jane Jetson, their children Judy, Elroy, Dog Astro, and Robot Rosie, and their adventures in the space age style Orbit City. Yeah, and they also did, if you guys remember when you're little, they did a Hanna-Barbera movie special crossover with the Jetsons and the Flintstones. And that was great. That was great. And I enjoyed it, man. You know, it was a fun series, man. There have been several attempts to adapt the Jetsons for the big screen in the past, including 2003 version that was set to be directed by Adam Shackman, a 2007 live-action CGI version from Robert Rodriguez. Back in 2017, ABC ordered a pilot for a live-action series from executive producer Robert Zemeckis, but it wasn't picked up. In 2011 interview, producer Denise DeLaury explained why the Rodriguez version fell apart. So, here we go, right here. Honestly, it wasn't a mainstream studio version. It was kind of his version of what he would shoot at his studio in Texas. He got a great setup down there. I think part of it is that it may be fun to play with all those big toys at the studio, but he has a pretty good system going. Part of it is that every couple of years, the genre kind of changes. I really credit Jeff Robinov at Warner Brothers with this. In choosing Chris Nolan to do Batman, he really exploded the expectations of adapting all these kind of titles. The pressure is on to really make them the coolest movies, not the cornball cartoon movies. Every couple years, it's changed what they thought the movie should be, and I'm hoping now we're hitting it at that right time. I've never given up on that movie. So, I mean, who knows? Who knows if Jim Carrey will do it, bro? I mean, I do hope he does. I think he'd be perfect at George Jetson, but it is up to him, bro. It is up to him that after Sonic 4, he either leaves or he just does this one and that's it. But that's the thing, bro. Jim Carrey does a great job. He does a good job in his roles, man. He does a pretty good job, man, but like I said, dude, the man wants to retire. He wants to retire. And like I said, I wish him the best, bro. I wish him the best. So let's get back. Let's go to the next article that we have. We got about, this is our fourth, this is going to be our fifth one. So we got 3 more to go right now. Liam Hemsworth takes over as Geralt in first season 4 clip. New character posters released. So, I'm going to say this, and I'm going to be truthful right now. Am I a bit worried about this, Bo? Yes. I did not watch season 3. I heard it was a total flop. Hey, Block, welcome. Welcome to the channel, man. Giants are real. Can you elaborate that, man? What do you mean by giants are real? But anyways, I'm going to say it like this, bro. I've been reading a lot of articles of what's been going on ever since season 1, ever since season 2 ended. And the showrunner did not like Henry Cavill, the way he was talking to her, putting out other ideas, saying that, hey, wait a minute, you're going away from the source material. We shouldn't be going out that route. We should be focusing on that, give the fans what they want and everything. Of course, the showrunner gave him the finger, And then when, of course, Henry Cavill got the opportunity to come back to DC Universe to play Superman, he decided to leave. That after season 3, he would end his project, bro. And of course, season 3, which I have heard from my family that watched it, they saw that it was a total flop. I mean, I kind of knew it was going to be a total flop. Ever since Henry Cavill made that Instagram statement about he's leaving and that Liam Hemsworth has taken over the project. So I'm like, oh boy. And then, of course, when I saw the first teaser clip of Liam Hemsworth, in the physicality, he does it good. He does it well. But his vocal, that's not him. That's not Geralt. I'm sorry, dude. But he's a good actor. Liam Hemsworth is a good actor, man. And, I'm going to watch it because I'm going to give Liam Hemsworth a chance. I'm going to give it a chance, see how he performs. But they are going up to season 5 of The Witcher. They are going up to season 5. But we'll see. So here we go right here. This is going to be a short one. So here are the posters of The Witcher. So let me pop this up here. So here's Geralt, Liam Hemsworth. Then you got Ciri. Then you got Lawrence Fishburne. Yennefer. And then I forgot this guy's name, bro. I really forgot this guy. It's hard to remember this guy's name, bro. Damn. But it's like I said, dude. We'll see how it plays out, bro. We'll see how this plays out. We'll see how this plays. So here's a clip, a small clip of The Witcher. And it looks pretty interesting, but let's take a look. Here we go.
How did he do that? You're right.
Milver and the others aren't far behind.
What about the guards?
They're asleep.
What if they wake?
They won't. Good luck. I will see you very soon.
Regis, I appreciate all you've done for us.
It's like I said, dude. I mean, I'm going to give it the benefit of the doubt. I'm going to give it a chance. I'm not going to watch season 3. That I'm not going to watch. But I will watch season 4. I'm going to give it the chance. And everything. But the way I saw the trailer, I was like, very impressed with the trailer. But we are going to see, bro. Because it looks like right now with the synopsis, Geralt, Yennefer, and Ciri, they are separated again. Once again, they are separated. So it's like, it's going to be starting all over to get themselves back together again on this, maybe the season 5, season finale thing. So we shall see. We shall see. So let's continue on to our next topic. This one is old, but this is interesting. Becker star Jacob Schiaffino says he saw the movie before it was scrapped and shares his review. So, Batgirl was supposed to be on this in the DCEU universe and everything, and it was going to give a chance for Michael Keaton to reprise his role as Batman. But of course, apparently, I guess maybe in the test screenings and everything, it kind of did not do well, so they decided to scrap it and everything. So let's discuss his thoughts on it and see what he thought about the show, the movie. So let's see here. When Warner Bros. Discovery decided to pull the plug on Batgirl, even though principal photography had wrapped, fans and filmmakers alike were left reeling. It was unprecedented move and one that saw Adeli El Arbi and Valeria Falas DC Comics adaptation deemed unreleasable in reports from the trades. Seeing as moviegoers had already suffered through the likes of Black Adam and The Flash, it was hard to believe a title made for Max could really be that bad. Ultimately, it felt like David Zaslav wanted to save money by scrapping a movie which wouldn't recoup its cost from streaming a debut. For what it's worth, DC Studios CEO Peter Safran has said Batgirl was not releasable and perhaps particularly praised Zaslav and the team for making a very bold and courageous decision to cancel it because it would have hurt DC. Maybe it would have. Maybe it would have, man. Because, I mean, like I said, I read that in the test screens, it wasn't that great, bro. But, this is what the actor said about the movie. I got a chance to watch it, and it was phenomenal film. Man, I'm really sad that the world will never got to see it. But you never know. You never know. It was great that they saved Coyote Vicmani. I'm gonna have a ticket and be buying my ticket and seeing that movie myself. So there's always hope. Hollywood's a funny place, and I think if enough people want it, it can happen. It's a nice thought, but unlikely to happen. There's even talk of Batgirl being deleted after a funeral screening was held for cast and crew, and it doesn't add up for James Gunn to take a movie shot over 3 years ago, finish it, and make it canon to the DCU. It features the wrong Batman for starters. It could always be an Elseworlds tale, of course, but the moment has passed. No, I didn't care one way or another. Big fun, nice check. I like Batgirl directors Adi El Arabi and Balia Fala. They're nice guys. I pulled for them. I wanted them to succeed, and I think they felt very badly, and that made me feel bad. Me. But I'm good. So yeah, I mean, well, too bad that this movie did not go out in theaters, man. But if the test screen said that it was bad, I don't think this movie would have succeeded, man. I don't know. But we may never know now, man. We may never know about it. Now, our next topic is this. Lantern's official murk leads to speculation that DCU series may introduce or build towards, which is a spoiler, but yeah, man. I'm looking forward to the Lantern series. I really do hope that this series does well, man. But of course, James Gunn, he likes to put himself involved in every single project. I mean, dude, I am getting tired of this, bro. I'm getting tired of this. I mean, I've read good promises in the Lantern series. It's got good promise and everything. But if you got James Gunn trying to get involved with too many projects, telling these directors what to do and everything and how to do it, it's going to be ruined. But I am still going to watch it. I'm still going to watch it. and try to ignore what James Gunn said. Oh, it's going to be part of it. You're going to see it's going to be part of it. James Gunn lies about almost everything, though. First, he lied about the budget. He then lied about, oh, I don't care how much money it makes. I'm sure everybody's gonna like the movie no matter what, which he did lie. He did lie a little bit about Peacemaker being a prequel to The Man of Tomorrow, which there's been little bits and pieces involvement in that, which I did talk about in my season finale review of Peacemaker, and I had a bad feeling about it. I got a bad feeling. But we'll see how that performs on Supergirl and Man of Tomorrow. We'll see. Because, of course, those two have a green light. But he's trying to release those movies before the deal is broke from Paramount or from Comcast. So, let's take a look at this article in the merch. Let's see what you think. Aside from a single promo image, we have yet to see any official marketing for the upcoming HBO Max Lantern series. But some photos of a piece of tie-in merch have been shared online, and they're ignited some interesting theories. The spiral in the middle of the Green Lantern logo on this cap has led to speculation that the series will either introduce or lay the groundwork for the Century, aka Dinosaur Island. Really? In the spiral in the middle of the Green Lantern logo on this cap has led to speculation that the series will either introduce or lay the groundwork from the center, Dinosaur Island. This incredible, powerful sentiment island was an eldritch being that debuted in the New Frontier and would certainly make for a formidable big bad for the DCU in the eventual Justice League movie. I remember that one. I remember that. The center. I remember. I do remember that. I gotta look at that. I gotta look at it because I did see the merch, and I was trying to find what is this? What is going on with this? The theory might be a flimsy based on the logo alone, but a Reddit user reportedly uploaded a video outlining how he believes the events of the Peacemaker Season 2 finale and the terrifying mystery at the heart of the Lanterns will ultimately build towards Earth's superheroes uniting to combat the threat on Dinosaur Island, which was promptly deleted. So yeah. Let's enhance it a little bit if we can. Yeah, there it is right there. There it is right there, the center. You guys can see it? Yeah, there it is right there. You guys can see it perfectly. Yeah. I did not realize that. Interesting. Very interesting indeed. Very interesting. And then, of course, right here, let me show this. You have the logo right here saying Lantern Season 1. Right there. And, of course, you got the hat right here with the center right there. So it's interesting what they're going to do with it. It's interesting. Now, like I said, dude, the Lantern series has promise, bro. It has good promise. With good actors, a good plot. I really, really, really hope this does well, man. I really hope it does. I hope this one is successful than Superman. But if it doesn't succeed more, then oh my God, dude. Brother, man, I swear. I want every project that Hollywood has brought out there, bro. I want them to be successful, bro. I don't want no politics, no woke agendas in these projects. I want them to be successful. I want entertainment to be entertaining again. I want it done in video games. I want it in movies, TV shows, cartoons, book, novels, all of that, man. Get that woke identity politics, modern day nonsense out of Hollywood, bro, and work on being entertaining. That's what I want. And I hope this show does successful, bro. I hope it does. But we're going to see, bro. We are going to see. So, let's get our last topic of the day. And our last one for the day is Predator Badlands. Predator becomes prey in the action-packed first clip. Now, I've been looking at the trailers and everything, and it looks pretty good. But I am a little concerned about the little Wayland half-robot android female. I am a little concerned about that. I am a little concerned about it because, of course, they are trying to do a crossover between Aliens and Predator. They are trying to do that again, you know, but I am a bit concerned. I did enjoy Predator Killer of Killers. I did enjoy that series. I know a lot of people complained about the female Viking warrior. I know they complained about that, and I understand your concerns, people. I really do. But I mean, there have been female Vikings that have fought, you know, in that time, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. But I mean, but this, I would give this a chance. And I did enjoy Prey. Prey was a good movie. I did enjoy it. It was no female boss. Yes, it had a female lead that was trying to be like them, to be a hunter. But she wasn't trying to be better. She was just trying to have a newer talent of how to hunt, you know? That's it. And of course, she killed the predator in the end, you know? Lost her brother in the process, but, you know. But I think this is going to make promise. I think Predator Badlands is going to be a good movie. I do hope it does. I do hope it does well. So, here is a sneak video of this. So here's the poster again. It does have promise. So here we go with this clip right here. Let me push it down a little more. I think that's going to be perfect. Yep, that's perfect. All right. So let's take a look at this clip together. And you guys let me know what you think. It looks good. It looks pretty good, and it has promise, bro. This does have promise. So, I mean, I do hope this does well. I really do hope it does well and everything, you know. Jesus. With so many articles that I talked about, especially this, I mean, Hollywood's got to get better at it, bro. Hollywood needs to get better at making good entertainment, bro. It really does. But there is going to be movies that I will be watching this coming November. So I got to watch this one, Predator Badlands. I got to watch The Running Man. I got to watch Wicked season part 2. I do got to watch part 1. I got to watch part 1 before I watch part 2 so I can understand it, you know, and everything. So it's got promise. It has promise. So You guys let me know what you guys think of this, bro. I mean, I would appreciate you guys very, very much if you could do me one favor as to share this video, post a comment below, let me know your thoughts. And as always, thank you all so much for watching this video. Thank you for being part of the channel. And I hope to see you guys